Hello, I'm Rachael Mead, and my debut novel, The Application of Pressure, has just been released by a firm press. Like so many other authors who've just had books released over the past couple of months, I've had to cancel my launch event. So to fill the gap between the novel coming out and being able to invite you all out to celebrate with me, we've put together this short video to tell you a little about what inspired the book. The Application of Pressure is the story of two paramedics, Tash and Joel, who work side by side saving lives on Adelaide's medical frontline. As paramedics, their regular workday is a supercut of the worst moments of other people's lives, and Tash and Joel maintain their sanity through a friendship that is built on a bedrock of black humour and mutual respect. But the constant exposure to trauma begins to take its toll, on both of them in different ways, and the story follows their struggles to preserve both their mental health and their relationships in the face of ever-mounting pressure. I've been married to a paramedic since he started work with the South Australian Ambulance Service 23 years ago. He loves his job, the challenge and variety of both medical casework and people that he meets as patients, the excitement of lights and sirens work, and his colleagues and their characteristic dry black humour. People are fascinated by paramedics. Everything about the job seems to inspire curiosity. And it's not just the lurid appeal of gory cases like gunshot wounds or vehicle accidents. It's the fact that paramedics get to see a snapshot into other people's lives, which remain hidden from the rest of us. So being a writer married to a paramedic, writing about his work was an obvious choice. But I didn't want to write a book that just gratified the natural voyeur in all of us. Being the partner of a paramedic also meant that I was very aware of the toll that constant exposure to trauma can take. I wanted to write a book that asked how paramedics cope with daily exposure to trauma as part of their working life. An important part of dealing with trauma is being able to talk about it. As someone who can't even watch a horror film, I'd make a terrible paramedic. So being married to one, I've had to harden up and find some inner metal. Learning how to ask open questions that really dig into what my husband is thinking and feeling on the job turned out to be a very useful skill. After years of practice, all those debriefing sessions allowed me to imagine myself into his headspace and eventually write a novel that I hope will immerse readers in the often brutal realities of paramedic work. Many of the stories that make up the Application of Pressure are based on real-life situations that I've fictionalised by changing names, genders, cultural heritage, locations and dates, with each chapter revolving around an emergency in or around Adelaide, some grisly, some heartbreaking, some simply bizarre. The Application of Pressure digs beneath the surface of the gore and grit of ambulance work to lay bare the unique culture of the emergency services and the binding and supportive friendships that can develop from shared adversity. Now that the Application of Pressure is out in the world in this strange time of COVID-19, I think it's more important than ever to consider and appreciate the incredible work that paramedics, emergency services and other health workers do every day. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll look out for the Application of Pressure at your local bookshop, your library, or you can order it online. Thanks very much.